We have breaking news coming in. US President Donald Trump has made a big claim on India's crude oil purchase from Russia. He has said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi told him that India will stop buying oil from Russia, but response from the Indian side is still awaited. President Trump said that Prime Minister Modi assured him that he will not be buying oil from Russia any longer. However, the confirmation from the Indian side is still awaited. He said that the halt would not happen immediately, but that it's a little bit of a process which would be over soon. Let's have a look at his statement.
He's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You know, he can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process, but the process is going to be over with soon.
We have Siddhant Mishra joining us live right now. So, we do not have any confirmation from the Indian side yet. And earlier, when US had claimed that India is fueling the war in Ukraine by purchasing Russian oil, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar had called US's claim absurd and totally bizarre. So, Siddhant, do you think that this time again, this friction over India's purchase of Russian oil, Trump is trying to claim a diplomatic message here with a pressure? Is it a pressure tactic, or do you think it is just a diplomatic message by Trump?
Well, this is not the first time. Even in October, also President Trump made similar claims. But at that point in time, Indian government did stated its position as far as procuring oil, crude is concerned. And in fact, this time around, once again, he says that Prime Minister Modi assured him that India will not be buying Russian oil anymore. Now, as of October 2025, India has maintained its significant purchase of Russian oil, which had surged with Russia offering deep discounts following the Western sanctions. Now, since February 2022, Russia has become one of India's largest oil supplier, with its share of India's total crude imports rising from 2% to 35 to 40%. Russian oil imports by India have remained steady, with private companies offsetting cuts made by state-owned refineries. So, as far as India's oil purchase is concerned, it is driven by the discounts being offered, the logistical logistics, etc., etc. In fact, last time around when Mr. Trump made similar claims, at that point in time there was a statement also which came from the Indian government. This time around, again, he has made similar claims where he says that Prime Minister Modi told him that India will not be buying Russian oil. So we could expect a statement coming from Minister of External Affairs. Thank you.
Yeah, so like you mentioned that India's sole reason of purchasing Russian oil is because of its discounted price. Now, do you think even if Trump's claim this time around was true, that Prime Minister Modi has assured him that he'll stop purchasing Russian oil, how would such a move impact India's energy security and relationship with Russia, and what's the domestic political cost for Prime Minister Modi, if any?
Well, look, as far as procuring oil is concerned, India's position has always been that the country will secure energy based on the best possible rate and logistics. So, while India has shown defiance towards US pressure, it is also definitely diversifying its crude sources and signaling a willingness to buy more energy from the United States. But Prime Minister Modi telling this to President Trump perhaps is something which where Indian side's version is also needed, is required. So this is what President Trump is saying. He claims. So let's wait for Indian side's version on what President Trump said.